Down syndrome is a genetic condition that has set mental and physical symptoms that are the result of having an extra 21st chromosome. Usually a fertilized egg will have 23 pairs. However, in this instance, a person with Down syndrome has an extra copy of the 21st chromosome, which is called trisomy 21. This results in abnormal brain and body development. What are the signs and symptoms of someone with Down syndrome? People with Down syndrome may exhibit the same symptoms, however the severity of the symptom may be a little different. Oftentimes people with Down syndrome grow at a much slower rate than someone who does not have the condition in the mental and physical capacity. The physical symptoms that we generally see someone who has Down syndrome are a flat forehead, an upward slant to their eyes, abnormal shaped ears, having white irises in their eyes, loose ligaments, non-expression of muscle, and lastly, small hands and small feet. Along with these physical symptoms, health conditions can follow someone with Down syndrome. They are congenital heart disease, thyroid problems, hearing and vision impairments, as well as skeletal disorders. There is no cure for someone who has Down syndrome, but early intervention can help someone with Down syndrome live well into adulthood, a productive life. I think the greatest limiting factor is most oftentimes educators look at a student who has Down syndrome and see all the things they can't do as opposed to things they can do. They don't realize the positives greatly outweigh the negatives. A student with Down syndrome is like any other student. They like a very affectionate, nurturing environment, and if we can create this social, cohesive atmosphere, then that student will only thrive. Instruction needs to be catered a little differently, and that needs to be more individualized, and we need to give more time to complete allotted tasks. As a student with Down syndrome's working memory is not as acute as someone else who does not have the condition, and by giving extra time, gives them the ability to retain information. I know in high school there was a student who had Down syndrome, and my instructor did an awesome job in involving him in many FFA activities. These activities included cookouts, meetings, and community services. For an SAE project, this student worked at a local greenhouse where he completed routine tasks such as bedding and watering flowers. And I think that's the biggest component to remember, is that these students like routine and structured environments. And if we can teach them these practical applications, it'll serve them well in adulthood.